Going live, fellas.
Doing all right now? Yeah, good.
All right.
Good. No problem.
Green light on? I don't know. Got any ideas?
Nope. No, I don't.
That's always an idea. 2 minutes.
How you doing?
Hi, Alex. Yeah, we got it.
Hello. Where's the trees they're gonna take down that's not on the waiver?
What's that one?
This time.
What's that one?
Oh, we signed it 6 months ago. Somebody signed.
Property owners for any trees that are not on the easement row will be contacted and asked to sign a waiver to allow the tree to be removed or protected at their own risk. Where are they at?
They're not for sure yet,
Okay.
but Rachel brought up that another town had an attorney come up with a waiver. That way, like if they're digging and there's a tree close to it and it could get damaged, they're asking the property owner to waive it if they don't like it.
Are you ready? Bring the hammer down. Welcome to the October 9th, 2023 meeting of the Westport Town Council. We will begin with having a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first on the agenda for this evening, has everyone had a chance to read the September 11th
I have read them.
meeting minutes?
I have read them.
I have.
Motion on, or are there any additional corrections?
Nope.
There being none, I will entertain a motion.
I make the motion, we accept them as read.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is approval of payroll vouchers, adjustments, and monthly bills. Has everyone had a chance to read those?
I have.
I have also.
Make a motion to accept.
There's a motion on the
Second it.
floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, community building report. None? Zero?
Waiting on estimates.
Okay. Anything you want to say? Any plug you want to put in for the fall festival?
Yeah, did we get it? Yep. Well, that's fine. Nope, we're good again. I was full on vendors. Over 30 some entries in the parade.
Good.
It's gonna be a good one.
That sounds like it's going to be
As
good.
long as weather holds on.
Well, hopefully.
Not looking promising, but.
It's not supposed to rain, is it?
60%.
It's the one
How
thing you
much?
can't control.
60%.
Sounds like it's,
I'll have to put in the plug to Randy.
sounds like it's,
There you go. Can you call Randy on this?
I will.
I never did rain.
Fix that, Randy, right now.
all right, next on the agenda. We had signed this agreement 6 months ago, and what the agreement is for the United States Department of Agriculture Rural Utility Services, a legal agreement using Alex R. Whitted as the attorney at law to be the town representative in looking over all documents, legal documents. The USDA, because they seem to be a little slow on things, come back to us and said, 6 months ago, yeah, we need to sign it again. So I'm asking for approval 6 months later that we sign the legal agreement using Alex as our town representative on the water sewer project. Sewer project.
I make a motion that we approve it again.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Do you have to have one of those signed for each project? That's probably what it is. Right. Understand.
Okay. And then the last thing, Trevor Moore not being here, a representative of it, I guess we'll table that too, or you want to open that up for discussion?
I didn't put him on the agenda.
Yeah, Trevor's not on the agenda.
This is something the next town council will face as well. And I'll just touch on it briefly, then we're done with this part of it. Over there behind George's, there's a homeless person that's living with his Barb, you know. We've gotten complaints from the police department. We've got complaints from the neighbors that live in the area because there are always verbal arguments all the time. They live out of their vehicles, and George Cannon supplied electricity for them to live there. They've taken over Trevor Moore's porch. In the last 4 years that we've been on the town council, we find this to be a fact. People will come to us with all kinds of problems, and they expect us to deal with it, but one of the prerequisitions is, please don't tell my neighbor, please don't tell anybody else what we're doing. Okay, and we've handled many, many cases through the years. Okay, one thing is the town of Westport does not have facilities to handle these homeless people. Jeff has tried to help the young man, and thank him for that. And this person doesn't seem to want any help. But they will fuss and argue and fight and get police services to be called upon. Okay, so that brings an option. What do we as a town body do when this situation arises? Okay, can you let this keep going on? Do you solve the problem? Do you ignore the problem? Or do you, since we're going to be a new town council in January, do we kick it on down the road to the next town council? That's always an option.
I'd like you to get it taken care of because my kids don't need to be hearing that next week.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And one of my girls did call the police last time.
Yeah. So see, you're
They're
Barb.
right outside my fence.
I don't know if we have anything like that here. Maybe you would know. But I know that you're not allowed to do a certain amount of things close to a school or daycare. And that's
We don't have to
way
ask
too
them to
close.
quit.
What did he say?
We don't want to, he
Al.
didn't say nothing.
I can
Her.
imagine.
Oh,
They're generally not very polite.
abusive.
They're generally not very polite, but here's the
No,
thing.
she was not.
The property owner needs to have them evicted.
Which in this case,
So we need to direct the property owner into doing the process
Georgia and Cookville.
and have it go on. So
yeah,
whether or
why
not,
is he supporting them? I
That's
know he's
neither
got
here
a
nor
big
there.
soft heart, but for gosh sakes, I have a soft
We
heart
brought
for
the
those
in
kids
'cause it
better,
was bad.
more
oh,
so.
and that's what we heard, and it's a problem, yeah, that we need to deal with, and I'll agree with you. I don't not one person to kick the can down the road, never have been, never will be. It's a problem, it's an immediate problem, and it's not getting any better, it's getting worse. And also, there's been reports that they relieve themselves in a bucket. What they do with, there you go, there's confirmation of it. So what do they do with the waste product from the bucket? We had the Board of Health come out, Sean, and his response was, well, I can't do anything unless I have proof. like pictures being taken. Okay, well, then how do you get proof of that nature? So what we did was we sent Trevor Moore a letter informing him of what was going on in there. And that's why we unfortunately couldn't be at the meeting this evening. Now, we could, with his permission, tow the vehicles away. That's an option, okay? But
No,
and
you
here's where it
cannot.
comes out again. Because they're not runnable.
He can choose to have them towed off his property. You cannot. You have no legal basis to do that.
And
Are
see,
they plated?
I beg pardon, it doesn't run. It's a non-operable vehicle.
Well, how are they moving it around to each other's houses?
Tow it.
Oh.
I mean, we've been playing games with it. Remember, it was in front of Danny Toller's house. Got on Danny, then they moved it over to Glenn McCullough's apartments. Got on, sent Glenn a letter, then they had it moved down to in front of Trevor Moore's house. We're always open to option, but, and then since that's the end of our agenda for this evening, it's a problem that the town's going to have to deal with. The thing is, when we deal with things like that all the time, we don't, and we've had to deal with this, John and I, and Laura and Joyce, we've had to deal with these issues before, but then all of a sudden, we always coming out like we're the heavy all the time, we're the bad boys getting on poor, we don't like poor people type of thing all the time. And that has become an issue through these 4 years. But the thing is, we're all in it together, and you bear the brunt of it, Barb. We'll let you hear with the children with the daycare center. But that's the option we have right now. We'll get back and talk with Trevor and
And that's the only course of action. You sent them the letter knowing what's going on. Maybe Barb can appeal to the landowner to try and get that process moving. The unfortunate part is that process is going to take 30 to 60 days, depending on what's going on and what the docket is. But that's course of action that's going to have to happen for that.
Go ahead.
He does.
He owns a property that's
He
over
owns
there
that
on
property.
Poplar.
That house behind George's.
The house behind who?
The side.
Across the alley.
George can, yeah.
From George's, George can.
George can, oh, okay.
Yeah, George is supplying the electric, there's a cord.
Oh, yeah. there's
Does
George.
George know that's there?
Yeah, he's letting me use electricity from the house.
He says it's his relative, so that's why he's helping.
Oh,
It's a relative?
Yeah.
And the thing is, and that's what we'll do, then we had the same thing down at the tax office, only this time there was 5 of them in there. Okay?
They were moving in there for.
Well, we finally got them out. But not only that, they buried their dead dog underneath the tree that was on town property. I mean, you know, how you guys living inside here? And, 5 people living in there, not taking showers, no water turned on, no nothing. So these are the problems that we faced over the last 5 years. So I went over there, heard the air conditioner on, and started beating on the door. Well, guess what? They come back again. Got the Board of Health down there. They tore the sign down. I put the sign back up, taped it right back on the door. They tore that down. I got Sean back, put the sign back up again. Now it's all boarded up. But these are the things that goes on, and sometimes we don't say anything about that goes on within the town. But then it comes back in the rumors and everything that we're just a heavyweight bad guys of the stuff that we're doing. But this stuff goes on. In the last 4 years, stuff like this has gone on all over the town.
it's not just here, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's just a certain group of people
Yeah.
that feel entitled to do whatever they want.
And we will give them a free ride out of Westport up to Greensburg or Columbus so that they can get, no, we will. The town pay for it. But to get them help and get them into shelter before winter time comes. Because how in the world are you going to live on the porch with this kind of winter we're going to be having? Anyway, enough said. That's kind of brought it to light and bringing it out to light. It's a problem the next town council is going to have to deal with as well. So they need to think about things like that of what's going to do, because believe me, it keeps
Getting worse.
happening and it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. So they better come up with a game plan of what they're going to do times like that. And then the reality with some of these homeless people, then they start stealing stuff. so we're making police runs and trying to coax them and saying, no, go to Columbus, you can get some help, or go to Greensburg, get some help. That's-
There's nothing
Jeff,
that's
that's been
available
our
in Greensburg
stance.
for assistance.
I think you try to fit them in basically 45 to 60 days to do that.
Okay.
If I was a property owner,
All
I
right.
probably criminally trespassed.
Yeah.
You can't do that until after the eviction's complete.
I think Walmart does it all the time.
Yeah, but nobody resides there.
They would say they're not residing there. They're actually living on in their car.
Well, they're going to make different claims depending on who goes there and how it is to be able to stake their claim to where they're at. So I've had conversation with the landowner, and he's allowed them to be there. So, you know, technically they're a resident of that land. I'm sorry.
That's that, Ron.
Because he'd never get them out. Because he'd never get them out. I know that there's people that's living in and on and off there at the end of my street too, and that you could see it. And sometimes when you come home real late at night, you see a light on in there. Car parked outside.
But anyway, I'll close it out on that. We're done with our agenda, but I wanted, since we had plenty of time to bring that up, that's the current problem that we face right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Alex, when you counsel, you asking our attorney what tools do we have in the toolbox, or what tools do we need? And that answer no. That's the question you're gonna get. Okay?
That's, the next town council, that's something they're going to face and have to deal with. And I'm warning the next town council, it's not getting any better. And I've, a lot of times personally gone on and talked to them people, right or wrong way, but try and encourage them and move them on along someplace else. And I'll tell you what, it's been a challenge. I haven't talked to these people, woo boy. From what I've heard about them, I really don't want to go over by myself. The other group I talked to, but that was different. Anyway,
To be fair, it's really not town council's responsibility.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
To be fair, it's really not town council's responsibility.
Well,
Exactly.
and Jeff, the things, hey, it's only 6:45, so I got 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna turn over the floor. Jeff, you're right. But in this last 4 years, I thought that that's true, but then if we got to get something done, who's going to do it? And leadership starts at the top and filters down to the bottom. It don't start from the bottom and works its way up. So there's a lot of jobs I grit them in the teeth and went over there and done. Not necessarily because I really like doing it. It's because and you and I've talked to all the ministers here in town about things that's going on. But I went by myself. Matter of fact, at one time I went and talked to them. I thought it was pretty funny. Here come Damon and Colton. Well, they're zipping on by and I'm waving, hey, here, I got guys out of jail I'm talking to. They thought I was just waving at them. They come back around later and I thought, oh my goodness, here I'm talking to people. I'm sitting there by myself, little old man that drives around on a golf cart. I'm talking to these drug people. One guy just got out of prison. And then they're giving me all this, not fair, it's not fair, you're doing this to me and all that, but you're out of there.
Well, that was a different story.
Well, that was
They were
different.
in uninhabitable buildings.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
different thing. So
But anyway, I was just share with you some of the, is it not my responsibility? Hey, yeah, a lot of this hasn't been my responsibility, going to some of these people's houses and seeing the living conditions inside, but yeah, it comes with the territory, yeah. I've talked about things. But anyway, that's the end of our agenda. I will open it up.
we didn't have any other updates on this other stuff
What's
without.
that?
That's Damon, and he called and said he would not make it tonight. So he asked we just table it until next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So believe it or not, we want to get out of here. Or, you guys in the front row have anything to say? Sandy, got anything to say? Starting in the back. Is he asleep or awake? Nothing?
Come on, Dolores, you've always got.
Dolores,
I got something to say.
go ahead.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Oh,
You're welcome.
now, next question
Yes.
is the new board going to pursue the cleaning up of property?
I don't know.
Let's hope
Two
so.
of the members are here this evening. Ask them.
And do I have to wait to find out in January?
I guess present that question when they take office.
Huh? What? Oh,
I guess you'd present that question when they take office in January.
Yeah.
They got to get their ducks in a row.
Seriously, people, I appreciate everything.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
It's been a challenge. I'll put it to you that way. I've learned a lot about people, some good things, some bad things,
Appreciate everything done.
but it's been interesting.
I had some friends up, I don't know if you saw my post.
No, I didn't.
I had some friends up from South Carolina and they were totally impressed. As a matter of fact, they were going through town and they had a garden club down there. And they're saying we should have a garden club here because we live in such a beautiful little community.
We do.
Why don't you start that?
But we do.
Well, if one leg stays on and one leg that doesn't, it gets to be a problem, but maybe.
You can get attachments for it.
But I had somebody that follows the real estate prices, and they said that Westport is continually,
It's
this year
outrageous.
is going up. So they're going to kind of curious and see how it goes, if it goes back the other way. We'll see. That was their reply to me. We'll see. Brian, did you have anything more to say? Russell?
Stephanie,
Stephanie, I'm sorry.
say,
Stephanie,
say something.
say hello.
Say
Jeff, did
hello.
you have anything to add? That being, I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, wait a minute. Did you want to say anything?
No, I have no.
This be the shortest one I've had in my history of 4 years.
You
20
barely
minutes.
made
Oh, less
it.
than 20 minutes. Did all right. Thank you for coming.
Who made the motion to close?
Me. No, maybe, no, John did.